Have you ever wondered why two leaders facing the same situation react completely different? One stays calm, another panics. One takes charge, another waits. It is easy to say it is just their style, but what we are really talking about is personality. Today, in episode 13 of our lead series, we are exploring how personality traits shape leadership and why great leadership is not about changing who you are, but learning how to lead through who you are. So, what do we mean by personality? Personality has two sides, and both matters in leadership. First, personality is the impression you leave on others: confident, calm, intimidating, approachable, all these things. Second, personality is the invisible engine inside you: your emotions, your thinking patterns, how you respond under stress, and how you make decisions when nobody is watching. So, leadership happens at the intersection of these two aspects. So, what is this trait approach? Why we act the way we do? Most leadership research looks at personality through what is called their trait approach. A trait is a consistent pattern of behavior. For example, some people naturally speak up, some naturally listen, some seek control, and some seek harmony. The trait approach suggests people behave the way they do because of the strength of the traits they possess. Traits don't control us, but they pull us in certain directions. That is why leaders often behave consistently across different situations. So, let me tell you a story where two senior managers, imagine their names as Rahul and Meera, were leading critical client projects. Both projects faced sudden failure. And how would be the Rahul's response? Here is the Rahul's response. Rahul was highly confident and assertive. In crisis, he took immediate control by giving rapid instructions, took decisions alone, expected quick compliance, and the team delivered results. But morale dropped. And here is Mira's response to the situation. Mira was naturally reflective and empathetic. She called the team together, asked questions, encouraged collaboration, and the turnaround took slightly longer, but the team felt ownership and trust deepened. Neither approach was right or wrong here, but their leadership behavior reflected who they were. Here is the critical insight: leadership behavior is not personality alone, it is personality interacting with the situation. Weak situations where there are unclear rules, ambiguity, new challenges, that is where the personality traits domain and dominate the behavior. In strong situations where there are clear systems, clear policies, defined roles, rules override the personality. So, great leaders understand when to lean into their traits and when to adopt beyond them. Let's look at a real world example. Look at Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple. He is not the bold or charismatic visionary like Steve Jobs was. So his traits are very clear, very calm, operationally focused, methodological, and values driven. In a highly structured organizations like Apple, a strong situation, as we discussed earlier, Tim Cook, I can say personality allowed him to scale operations, strengthen culture, and drive sustainability. So, the same company, different personality, and effective leadership. So, here is the practical takeaways for you. You don't need a leader's personality. What you need is self awareness. Ask yourself, what traits dominate my behavior under pressure? In which situations do my traits help me? When do they limit me? And leadership growth begins with this understanding and not the imitation. Here is what you can start doing today. Number one, identify your dominant traits. Observe the patterns, not isolated incidents. Match your traits to the situations. Don't fight your nature, channel it. Number three, build complementary teams. Surround yourself with people who balance you. And number four, practice behavioral flexibility. Great leaders adapt without losing authenticity. So, leadership is not about becoming someone else, it is about understanding yourself deeply enough to lead effectively across situations, pressures, and people. If this episode helped you to reflect, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who leads a team. I am Jagdish, and I will see you next Saturday in episode 14 of the Lead series. Until then, lead with success, lead with awareness, not assumptions.